Everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to bring you guys a quick tutorial on how to make these little golden book looking little ornaments or gift tags, however you'd like to use them. I made these last year and they were on my Instagram, but I made them a little bit smaller this year. I wanted to bring them back to the original size. This is the original size of the PDF file. So before anything, I don't have the sheet, the full sheet. Of what I did was I cut them up, but you get a few in a sheet, and these are from KB&Friends. I will link them down below. But these are the other images that you get. And now the spine part right here, it is meant to be like a dark gold. I believe these were probably scanned. And when I print them, they come out black. So I don't know if it's just my printer, but it's really not a big deal. Just wanted to let you guys know on that. So what I did is I ended up doing my own spine. So I did it with gold paper, and then I added this backing and then the foam. So I'm gonna take you guys step by step in how I created these. I got this one, I think I got this from Michael's. I can't remember, but it's pretty thin. See how it kind of keeps rolling, because it's pretty thin. It's from it almost feels like it's gift wrapping paper. That's how thin it is. So yeah, I would suggest to use something as thin as possible, just so when you fold it down, it's easier. I assume if I were to use something like cardstock or like heavy duty paper, it might be hard to you know, let it stay down once you do the fold. See what I mean? So I would suggest doing something with like a thin you know, paper material. So yeah, this is what they look like. They're super adorable and vintage looking. And you can also do these with other type of books. Maybe if you come across a few other websites that are doing the same thing, you can do other books, but these are the ones that I chose to work with. Okay, so I had to voice over this part because I didn't notice I was playing a movie in the background, and I didn't want that to show up, and you know how YouTube is. So I am just letting you guys know that I already cut down the sheet, and I wanted to get measurements for you guys. So the measurements are 2 by 3. And like I said, you can resize these. I resized them the first time that I used them, but 2 by 3 is a pretty good size. Now, if you want to do them for a miniature tree, those little tiny trees, then I would suggest trying to print 2 of the sheets in one, if that's possible. I think that's how I did it last time. And that's how you'll get them to be about half that size. Or unless you can Photoshop, you can scoot them up a little, and I don't know. But that's what I was trying to explain, that if you wanted to resize them, you can. I did that, and I think I did it through Cricut, because you do get a sheet with the individual books. So that's an option. You also get when you get the sheet with the individual book, you can also print them out in the size of an actual Little.Golden book. So maybe if you have a project that you want to do with that, maybe a junk journal or album, I know that's a possibility. So let's just continue with the process. I also forgot to mention to use 5mm foam. This is what I'm using. I got this foam from Hobby Lobby, and it's in the section where they have their pom-poms and you know, felt foam, all of that. It's pretty affordable, and it's the best measurement for this project. I am first going to trace it, and although I know the measurements, just to be safe, I want to trace it, you know, just to get the exact measurement. So I'm just going to do a little line here, one here, and one here. So preferably this would probably give you a better measurement if you do this with an X-Acto knife, but I don't have one with me, so I'm just gonna eyeball this and make sure that I get this done right. And you know, with foam, you want to just make sure you get that in one cut and not like open and close your scissors as much, because then it does give you a bit of like a choppy look. So like right here, I'm just gonna barely scoot them. And there you go. Okay, so I'm gonna set the foam aside, and then I'm gonna measure my book cover and make sure it's measured right. Now it's off by a little tiny bit, and this is what I mean about just making sure that your scissors, so it's off by a tiny bit, nothing, you know, nothing for me to think that I have to go back and retrim it. So I'm gonna flip this over so that doesn't really show, because I can always make my back page a little bigger. So this is how it's gonna look. And now I've cut down a strip of gold. So I'm gonna use this. I'm not gonna cover the original gold that's there. It's just to use underneath on the spine. So the way that I did this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to first measure this part to here. I'm going to cut across because I'm only gonna need, I need it to be at the exact I need it to be the exact fit, okay? So I'm gonna just place my scissors here and just cut like that. I tried trimming my other one when it was already folded, and yeah, it did give me a bit of a sloppy look. So this little part right here is where I'm gonna mark my score. So it doesn't matter exactly where, as long as you get the score on there. So I'm gonna flip it this way so I can see. The paper that I'm using, it's so easy to work with for this project. It's from Michaels. I think it's from Michaels. And it's almost like gift wrapping paper, because it's not cardstock. It's pretty thin. It's got like the inside, it has a little bit of a shiny part too. Okay, so now I'm going to add this part here, and if you can see it, it gives me such a nice fold across this. So now I'm going to find where the next fold will be, and it seems like it's gonna be, let's see, so this right here. Now for this, I am going to mark with my pen, since I want to make sure that I get it precisely where it needs to be. So, okay, so now I'm going to score right here. Hopefully that's exactly the size that it needs to be scored at. Otherwise it's going to feel like it's too big. Okay, yep, that's perfect. So scoring it does help with getting your fold precisely, because this is one of the first ones I did. And first of all, I wanted to add one of these, what are they, eyelets? I don't know what they're called, but one of these little things here. And it just squeezes too much of it that it gives it this look right here. So I'm not going to add this again. I'll just do it just like that and add a little bow how I did with the first ones that I've done. But I struggled right here. You can't really tell, but it's like a little opened, and even on this side. So I know to just do this part of scoring it, it gives you a much smoother area to work with. Okay, so now that I've done that, it's important to add the spine first before adding any of the other supplies. So I'm gonna add my tape, and then I will begin to put this. So if you did trace yours, I'm gonna cover it with this. So that's actually okay. And make sure you put this on exactly where it needs to be without losing your see, like right here. Okay. So I want to make sure I don't go too far that I lose my score line and that I don't lose my placement too. So there you go. This should be good enough. Okay. And then I don't have a bone folder. I just use the one that came with my We Are Memory score. But it's about the same thing, right? Okay. So this is how it should look before you add your cover. And this method could even work with just any type of little books that you might want to put. So now we're going to add the book, and then we're going to add the back as well. And I do recommend that you let your paper stick out. See how this one's sticking out, and right here, that's perfect, because if you do it too close to the edge, that can fold up once you add your paper. So now I'm going to add some of my tape, and just to be on the safe side when it comes to working on projects like this, I like to go in with a little bit of my art glitter glue. Make sure you get that right on the edges, because you don't want this to fold. You want this to last for more than one Christmas, right? Now I'm going to add it, and also make sure you stay right at the edge of where the paper begins on this side right here. There you go. Okay, so this is what the front cover looks like. And now I like to add paper in the back because, you know, just to make it look more complete. And something that matches. So since this has a little bit of red and blue, I will go in with something that matches that. So I'm just going through some of my old paper pads. I think this is cute, but we'll see. You know, I think I'm going to add some of this plaid. I think this is cute to add to the back of it. So I'm going to trace it. So I'm going to flip this, and, you know, I'll just use one of the sheets that I haven't used yet just to get the exact fit. So and that's perfect. Okay, so I'll do the same step that I did with the first one. Okay, so this is how this one turned out. Look at how pretty that looks, the little gold spine. Okay, and now this should be dry. I don't really think it would take that long. I will, where's my hole puncher? Okay, I'm gonna come in with my We Are Memory Crocodile. No, is this it? I don't know. Okay. So I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna do the whole, I think I'm gonna try to go with the smallest setting. You know what, no, I'm gonna go with the big one. Only because I feel like the small one might be a little too small to be able to add my string through there. So I'm gonna place this. Now for this part, it is important that you have something, a tool that would allow you to get the thickest material in there, because if you try to do with a regular hole puncher, I don't really think you'll be able to get the same results. Because see, look how much it punches out. Okay. So now that that's been punched out, this is how it should look. Now it does kind of mess a little bit with the edges, but the twine will cover it. So I'm just gonna take out some of the twine. Let me see if I just do this. How does that look? Like that. Is that you can tie your ornament. So I'm going to choose to do it this way and then just do a twist. And then up here, do another twist. And then trim that off. So this is what the end result looks like. On my other ones, I added these little bows because I wanted them to look a little more like Christmassy. So I do have the bows. I also came across these stars. They're like a button. That's pretty cute too. But I'm gonna stick with the bow. I did that last year and I really liked it. It's just the perfect size. They're really tiny. So I'm just gonna add it up here in the corner. And this is just an extra little thing. You know, you don't really have to do this. Just gonna trim them down a little bit. Okay, so you don't really have to do this part. This is just optional. You can leave it as is. If you have charms that you want to use, you can also use charms. If you have maybe letters or you know, initials or something, that would be nice too. And these would probably hold up better with the glue gun, so I'm going to connect that because I will be making a few more. So yeah, this is the end result. This is how it turned out. It's very simple and cute. I'll link down below all the supplies that I used. So yeah, this is what the back looks like. And that's it. So thanks for watching. I hope that you guys can create some of these. You know, maybe you can gift them. You can even add these as a gift tag as well if you do your tag, you know, long enough to wrap around your gift. Or even as an ornament that you want to gift to someone. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I really hope that you guys are enjoying your holidays and that you can create this and just have fun. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later, and just follow my Instagram so you can keep up with any new projects that I'm working on, or just sharing other things that I'm also working on. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.